Hey everybody, Jeff here, Aromatics. You'll have to take my word for it because you probably can't see me very well. Just the way the sun's setting here on the lake, it's not reflecting off my face very well, so it doesn't look like you'll be able to see me too well, but I don't think it'll matter for doing a pipe tobacco review, which I'm going to do while I'm here fishing. Probably recognize the backdrop. I've been here many times, done quite a few reviews here. This is my favorite fishing hole for just coming out and relaxing and catching a few largemouth bass, and also there's some perch and carp and rainbow trout. Once again, I would like to thank Stonehenge Minstrel for sending me this tobacco, and this is one of his favorites, or at least it's his, I think it's one of his favorite Virginia Periques, and that is number 27 Flake by Gawith and Hoggarth, also known as 27 Lower Street Perique Flake. Now, I forgot to do my research, but the 27 Lower Street, I think, is where Gawith and Hoggarth and Samuel Gawith maybe first were located. I can't remember. Because this is part of a reunion series where the two companies, Samuel Gawith and Hoggarth, parted ways, and then they did a reunion not too long ago, and now they're together again. Well, at least I think they share the same facilities, but they still have separate names. So this is a Virginia Perique. Now you can't see the flake, but wow, what a beautiful flake it is. I'll see if I can edit a picture up here for you. It's mostly bright. It looks like bright Virginia and a little bit of red Virginia, I think, as well. It doesn't specify. The smell in the pouch is different. It's not what you expect from a Virginia Perique. It smells very fermented, almost like not rotten fruit as in a bad way, but almost spoiled fruit where it's starting to get bruised, and yeah, it's different. It doesn't have that typical Virginia Perique smell, so that's quite interesting. It doesn't have that really sweet hay or plum. I don't really get that. Now, I packed it in my freehand naked cob. Can't really see that. First time I smoked it, I dried it out like I normally do, crispy, almost crispy, and I wasn't getting much flavor, and I was like, uh-oh, I don't want to do a bad, I'm going to tell the truth, but I don't really want to do a bad review on one of Stonehenge's favorite blends. But I took his advice, and this time I just took it right out of the pouch, no drying at all, just balled it up and stuck it right in my, did like a pocket pack method in my cob, and it's much better this time. I'll light up and let you know what I'm tasting right now. First thing I was greeted with is a slight floral sweetness that really reminded me of Stonehenge Flake by JLPs and Gawith and Hoggarth, or Samuel Gawith, I can't remember. It's like a collaboration. It's got kind of that sweetness from the start. Very sweet, and not really that spicy at first. I'm pretty sure that the Perique in this must be just very slight. But there's definitely more spice than when I dried it out. When I dried it out, I was basically almost getting a very light cardboard taste. But now, I'm getting lots more flavor. It's still mild to not quite medium in flavor and body. And once it starts to get burning a little bit, I'm getting, it's almost like you'd expect a sweet hay from this type, but it's almost like a sweet hay that's really dark and fermented. Like, it doesn't taste like hay, it's almost like wheat, or, and mix that wheat and that hay. Imagine if it's really fermented, almost to a dark fruit type flavor. And then imagine that, when you get a fruit and it's bruised and you bite into it and it's sort of sweet, you get that sweet taste from that bruising. That's what I'm getting from this. It's like not plummy, it's just like a really fermented, sweet, fruity, hay and wheaty flavor. Just a little bit of, tiny bit of like a stone fruit tang, very little. It's mostly bright that I'm getting. Definitely a Virginia Perique, but far off from the typical Virginia Perique that I'm used to smoking. And I've had quite a few different vapors. There's just a tiny bit of tingle in your nose. This is not a peppery blend at all. If it's not tangy, it's not peppery, and it's not bright and young as either. It's very aged tasting. Let me light up again. I've been having a hard time with these Gawith and Hoggarth blends describing them because they're just so different. But the closest thing I would say is the Stonehenge Flake. If you like that, you would probably like this too. But without that cocoa and that burley added to it. Yeah, very, very interesting. Don't know what else to say about it. I enjoy it. I like it. It's a little bit on the light side for me. But if you like, if that sounds good to you, if you, there's no real lakeland flavor to it. At first you kind of get a little bit of that sweet floral taste, but it's not perfumey or soapy or anything like that. Almost like powdered sugar. That wears away and then it just gets into that nice, those other flavors I was talking about. So anyway, I'm going to leave it at that, continue my fishing. I hope you guys enjoyed my review, and I will see you on my next one. Till then, aromatics, signing out.